Good day, everybody. This is a Florida Golden Girl. Today's travel adventure takes me to the Republic of Texas, the city of San Antonio. So, folks, I am filming many adventures while I'm staying in this great state. Our first stop is going to be Fort Sam Houston VA Cemetery. This cemetery is located right next to Fort Sam Houston. Now, I know this cemetery very, very well. How do I know it? Well, I lived in Texas for 9 years, and I lived in the area. So this talks about an act to establish and protect national cemeteries. So, when I lived in San Antonio, this is right before I established my YouTube channel. We have been to many local cemeteries in the Central Florida, Southern Florida area. And now, I'm going to take it one step further. We're going to go to other places. Now, the city of San Antonio has approximately 138 local cemeteries. And so this is just one I've been wanting to film a long time. You know, I toured my old neighborhood while I was here. There's many changes on the base that I was, in the 3 years I had been gone. It was surreal. It's like I didn't leave. And, you know, now I've been anxious to really start filming cemeteries. Now, as you know, I'm a retiree. I retired from Texas. And then me and my husband, we eventually ended up in Florida. But, so people think retiree, why am I filming cemeteries? Well, the answer is that I've mentioned in previous videos that this is what my mother did. I mean, when you don't have a lot of money, but you want to go somewhere where, you know, it's entertaining and you can find some peace, this is what we did. We went to a local cemetery. So this is the first one I've seen in any cemetery where he was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. And he died in 1990. And then you have Juan Zapata. So he was with Vietnam and he was in the Persian Gulf. And he was career. So I, believe it or not, in the time that I lived in San Antonio, I'd never been into any type of cemetery except this one. There's several people that I knew and worked with that I have found out after I retired are buried here. Kind of ironic, you work down the street from where you're eventually going to be buried. So, going back to my story. So, the thing is that cemeteries is what we did. I am a child of the 60s. I was a little kid, you know. And I know some people think, oh, that's weird. Why would you do that now as you're older? Well, why not? I mean, a lot of young people are doing this. So my question to you is, why can't somebody that's a retiree or somebody that's older, why can't they do this too? I mean, this is Air Force, Korea, Vietnam. A lot of people are doing the same thing I'm doing. They put their own spin on it. They make it real, imaginative, and I don't have those type of skills. I mean, I've got computer skills. I'm not computer literate, but the point is that this is something I like to do. I like also going to filming places of interest, and I'm not always going to get it right, and that's okay. But my thing is that I hate to disappoint my audience. I really do. So I'll let it go at that. So let's go see some more headstones. So this is Robert Ziske, and he was in Korea and Vietnam. So, and then he is Texas. He's a Texas reservist, and he was in World War I. Now, I could tell you that one thing I had to, so this is a general, and his name is General Broft, and he was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. So one thing I found out, back during World War II, Fort Sam Houston was also a POW place, meaning there was prisoners of war that they held. And believe it or not, there are some prisoner of war graves here. But they had the Nazi emblem on it. Yes, the good old Iron Cross. And this is when I kind of discovered, I seen this cemetery, and thought, well, why not, And so what happened is that they were like, so I brought it to somebody's attention, and then it got more attention because it's kind of the job that I was in. I knew a lot of people. So they're like, well, they're not going to do nothing about it. So think about it. So they're not going to do nothing about it. And I'll let it go with that. Okay, so I am with my sidekick today, folks. We're going to drive through the cemetery, and we're going to stop and look at some graves. I don't remember where those Nazi graves were, but we'll check it out and see what's going on. So we have enjoyed our time in Texas. So you'll see there's somebody that's got a Texas thing on it, and you can see by the Spanish architecture that there are no caretaker homes in a VA cemetery. Those are the offices that they work out of, and so it's half staff. But yeah, I'm happy my sidekick is with me. It's a really nice day, and I am back in my groove, meaning I am in a different state and taking you along with me for the adventure. Isn't it beautiful out? I mean, all of these are oak trees, and every oak tree, they don't look so hot, but it doesn't matter because it's still home. Okay, so what they're doing is they're doing some work, but you'll see. Oh, it's a stupid thing. Hold on, folks. So this car we got, it's not a nice car, so I apologize. So okay, so we're just going to look at some more headstones and do a little bit of walking. Okay, stop here. Okay, so they're doing a burial, and I'm not going to get up close, but I'm going to do it in such a way where you're going to be able to see a military funeral. Because we're so close to the base, what they do is they'll recruit, each company will have the detail. And normally anybody that's local in the area and they're buried at the cemetery, they'll recruit people to come out and perform funeral detail. So they're getting ready to fold the flag. So while they're doing that, let's look at some more. So here is a U.S. Army retiree, World War I and World War II. He was from the great state of Texas, and his name was Stratus John Molokas, and he was Greek. So we have Johnny Pass. He's from the state of Texas. He was World War I, and he was with the Quartermaster Corps. So they will tell them here where they're, what state they're from. They're all World War I and World War II. So you have Ray Pratt. He was with S2, which meant he was in intelligence, and he was in World War I. So you have Antonio Torres. He was from Texas, Private 315th Texas Military Battery, 90th Division, World War I. You have Everett Daniel Sly. He was with the Ordnance, and he was from Oklahoma, World War II. So he was not in a war or campaign. So he was from Massachusetts. He was a staff sergeant, and he was with the Air Force. So he was in 96th Field Maintenance Squadron, Air Force. You have Henry Corns, Colorado. He was a first sergeant, World War I and II. He was career. Many of the people that are buried here, by the way, are career. So you have Stephen Follett. He was with World War II. Then Johnny Wilson. He was Sergeant Company D, 57th Infantry, 15th Division, World War I. So just to show you, there's the car I'm renting right there. So John William Johnson, Marine Corps. Russell Earl Belcher, Captain, World War II. Another World War II veteran. No, World War I. His name was Clifford Russ, and he was from 1895 to 1963. He was with 165th Depot Brigade. Mabson McClendon, Texas, PFC 111th something train, 36th Division, World War I. So what he was is that when they hauled supplies, they did a lot of it by rail or train. So that's what he was part of. He helped ship supplies. So he was with 36th Division, Texas, Company A, 132nd MG Battalion. And then you've got Henry Buchanan, 153rd Depot Brigade, World War I. And he was from Texas. So let's go check and see. So, I mean, if you go, it goes farther back, folks. This place is so big. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head how many acres it is, but the last time I was here, which was over 3 years ago, they were still making a way for more people to come in. So you have quite a few of World War I's. You have Albert Brown, and he was with the Quartermaster Corps, and he was with World War I. And he was not in any campaign. The highest award he got was an ARCOM, which is an Army Commendation Medal. I got one of those, but that's who that is. Lots of retirees normally like to be around a military base for the benefits that they get. Back in the day, it used to be they got free medical, free dental. They don't do that no more. But that's why you have a heavy military population around here. So this is Baldomero Vega. He was with World War I for 7th Division. You have Leo Vincent. He was in Texas, corporal with 482nd Base Unit, Army Air Force, World War II. So you have Willie Stanford, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, World War II, Korea. Now, do they have some famous people buried here? Yes, they do. They have one of the first female generals of the Women's Army Corps buried here. They've got a few. You have Bernard Emil Neumann, Senior, Germany, Army, World War II. So, oh, look at this. So all they're doing is they're just driving through the cemetery, and all they're doing is they're just paying homage to their brothers. And this, in a lot of the motorcycle clubs, will give back to veterans. They're one of very few places which will actually give back to veterans. It's not Memorial Day, it's not Veterans Day. We're in the fall time frame, folks. But what they do is they drive through every once in a while just to let veterans know that they're not forgotten. A lot of motorcycle clubs get a bad rap, but you know what? Not all motorcycle clubs are bad. There's many that give back to the veterans, the local veteran community. They do more. Many of them are not military veterans.
I hear you.
Yeah, so that's a procession. So he just asked us to wait, and we're gonna do that. Oh, that's what that is. So they're burying.
It's a burial.
Yeah. So so there's 3 burials. So we're just gonna quietly stay here. So this is kind of what happens in a military cemetery here in Texas. And see if you go straight ahead, they're all parking and everything. Well, he must have been pretty popular. He had a lot of people. It's literally that whole row that's over there, folks. We can get out of here. Holy moly, I mean, just kind of stopping. This is just all the people that are coming in. but you need to back up if you can.
I am when it.
Do you want me to get out? And
No, just hold. There you go. Hold on, I can back up.
Back up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
They're done.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Good. Let me get out.
No, I mean, you don't have to get out.
Okay, let me get out.
What are you getting out for?
Start backing up again. Back up, Mike. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, Mike. Back up. So, there is approximately 4 funerals going on simultaneously. So, I had to pause, and now so I'm in another. I'm towards the front. So this is Harry Wurzbach Road, which takes you to 410. So I'm outside of the. I'm right outside of Fort Sam. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue filming. So we have here the drama. Some World War II veterans. This is Mike Cavazos, and he is with World War II. We have Elmer Sutton, Master Sergeant. He was with World War II in Korea. Michael Kay, who was a dependent, and he was the son of Spec 4 John in the saddle again. So I'm still continuing filming here in Fort Sam. There is approximately 4 funerals going on at one time. So we had to move to a different section of the cemetery. So I am actually towards the front. I'll pan, and there's the entrance. This road out here, like right out here, that's Harry Wurzbach, which will take you to Route 410, but we're right outside of Fort Sam Houston. Let's continue. So we have Gilbert Casanova, Air Force, World War II. We have Charles Wingert, SFI, he was with the Navy, World War II. We have Joseph Loeb, Colonel, World War I and II. We have, he's a Purple Heart, Vincent Cooper. He was with the Air Force, Korea, Vietnam. Korea, Vietnam, Leo Hoover. Rogelio Moreno, World War II. Joe Cerna, U.S. Navy. He was not in a campaign. So you have Michael Beach. He was an ensign with the U.S. Navy. He was not career. He was not in a campaign. And you have Edward Stribling, First Sergeant, World War II. Ricardo Mercado, Marine Corps, Vietnam. So if you recall me talking earlier about all the motorcycle, so they were paying homage to the veterans, but also what they were doing was they, so he was somebody that was a member of the motorcycle club. He was in Vietnam. So that's why they were all there. And he had so many people. He was Billy Graham, Tech Sergeant, Air Force, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. He was a career. So He had so many people that he took up one whole block of space. That's how many people that were coming in. And see, look, if you can see right there, there's just more people coming. It's just a busy day here. You see? And it's just like, and it's just coming out of here. So they're here for funerals. Must be funeral day. So, and it just, like I said, it goes, they have they redid this whole fence. It used to be that black iron fence, and so there's been nobody that's come in and, well, no, I take that back. There's been a couple of grace desecrations, and that's been years ago. But anyway, folks, this is Fort Sam Houston Cemetery. There's just so much more here to see, and really, you know, we've got other places to go, and so we're just going to call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed our visit here. It's such a pretty cemetery. If you're ever in the area, come on out and see. With that, thank you for watching, and so long for now from the great state of Texas.